Hey guys, this is Scott and Ariane with This Nomadic Idea. This week, we are at the north rim of the Grand Canyon in the Kaibab National Forest. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna show you some great boondocking spots and how to get to the Grand Canyon all before the north rim of the visitor center even opens. We've been here for a week enjoying the north rim of the Grand Canyon. It's not even open yet. I love me some back roads. So I've been here for about a week, camping in the Kaibab National Forest while Ariane is leading a backpacking trip with our Trusted Trail podcast listeners into the north rim of the Grand Canyon. We didn't pull the Airstream out here because we weren't really sure what was officially open. They did have a big fire here about a year ago, and so we weren't really sure what was going to be open, what wasn't going to be open. So we left the Airstream in Cottonwood, Arizona. We drove up the van, and I've been camping in the van. That's what the van was for, and just kind of picking out great boondocking spots. It is vast on the north rim, and there are a lot of sites, and everything seems to be open even though the visitor center is still closed. So to boondock and see the Grand Canyon, your trip is going to start on 89A going to Jacobs Lake. Jacobs Lake is not only a campground, they have an RV park, and they have Jacobs Lake Lodge where you can get breakfast, you can get coffee, you can have a little grocery store, they have just a little bit about everything. It's a small place, but this is really where your boondocking central is going to be located to give you access to the north rim while the north rim is closed and in and around the Grand Canyon area. Jacobs Lake Inn and Lodge is open 365 days a year. That's right. Even in winter, this place is open. Right next door to Jacobs Lake is you have a National Forest Ranger Station. So not only can you have breakfast, camp, go on a dry RV park, but then you can go catch the ranger station and get all your maps. Okay, so what do you need to know about coming to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, specifically Jacobs Lake Inn, and Jacobs Lake Campground before May 15th? First of all, the campground at Jacobs Lake doesn't even open until May 15th. So you're really you're going to be boondocking out here, and I'm going to post all the GPS coordinates on the bottom of this video so you can see exactly where to go. And I can tell you that not all of them are on Campendium and not all of them are on freecampsites.net. There is an abundance of free, beautiful places to camp, and most of them that you're gonna want to go search for are on Forest Road 423, almost right next to Jacobs Lake Inn, and right off of Highway 67 before you get to the road is closed barrier. The other thing too is that it's all dry camping out here, folks. You're not going to have amenities, you're not going to have hookups. You might find some water out here, but basically this is going to be like a short-term stay, probably 7 days. They don't have any dump stations out here. The only place to get dump stations and to find dump stations, if you're not camping in the North Rim Campground, which is part of the National Park Service, part of the National Park Grand Canyon Campground, is that you're going to have to go to Page to go to the Maverick gas station in Page, or you can go to Marble Canyon and you can go to Lee's Ferry gas station, and they do have an RV dump station there. That's Lee's Ferry and Maverick gas station. One is closer, one's on 89A when you drive through the Vermilion Cliffs on 89A, and the other one is in Page, and that is at the Maverick gas station. Other than that, there are no dump stations up here. There's no electricity, so you have to have solar, you're going to have a generator. The other thing too is that if you're at the campground that opens up May 15th, then you're going to be able to go right into the Grand Canyon, and with a National Park Pass you will be able to dump your tank. But you have to have a National Park pass to get in to dump. Otherwise, it's $30 to dump, and that's kind of stiff to dump. If you're coming before May 15th, boondocking everywhere. You don't need to stay at Jacobs Lake Campground, which starts at about $25 a night. There are so many places to boondock out here, and big rigs, small rigs, van lifers, they're all out here. They're already out here already before May 1st, and so there's plenty of places to find. Some of them you can find on Campendium, some of them are really the key, and again, I'll put that GPS coordinate here and I'll show you in the video exactly what forest road that is. That's really where you want to check out, because there's some beautiful spots back there in and around Forest Road 423, which, by the way, does have an RV park in the Kaibab National Forest. So, and they do offer some hookups, I believe, and I don't believe that they're open either until around May 15th. So, but you can boondock all in and around there. If you need groceries, you can just, I mean, you can just drive over to Jacobs Lodge, Jacobs Lake Inn, and they have a little grocery store. You can pick up some beer, some wine, a little food. They have a great diner, and then it's off on exploring the North Rim of the Grand Canyon, which is all accessible here. You know, I always hear, well, the Grand Canyon's closed in winter. No, the Grand Canyon is not closed in winter. The Grand Canyon is open all year round. The Kaibab National Forest, it's open all year round. The visitor center to the Grand Canyon is closed. But if you are really feeling adventurous and you love some going on some dirt roads, and it's not off-road, it is off-road driving, but you do not need a 4x4 to get to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. You can do that in a regular SUV, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So your first start is at Jacobs Lake Inn, and you want to turn on Highway 67. You're going to see a big sign that says road closed, but keep going towards the Grand Canyon Visitor Center. You're going to see a road onto the right before the big barricade, and that is Forest Road 461. And this is where all the great boondocking spots are. There are definitely signs that are on this forest road, so you don't get lost. You don't have to worry about getting lost. This is your big forest road, and there are some absolutely gorgeous places to pull through, to pull in, to back in, and boondock for free. Big rigs, small rigs, you name it, they're all back there. You want to take 461 all the way. At one point in time, you're going to go through a yellow barricade, and that barricade is going to take you straight down. Stay on 461. Don't ever get off 461. At some point, you're going to come to the intersection of Forest Road 22. Of course, 461 turns into a paved road. 22 is a paved road for a minute. At that stop sign, you want to make a left on Forest Road 22. 22, not that many, maybe about a quarter mile, turns into a gravel road. You are now back on a back road, Forest Road. You want to go to Forest Road on 22 until maybe about a half a mile, and you want to turn right. At this trail junction on this forest road, you're never going to get off again. You're going to stay on this forest road for as long as you can. It is windy. You do go up some ups and downs. You're going to go through some pine forest. It is pretty windy back and forth, but it is a great road. So these roads are pretty good. I mean, there's some spots you got to go slow, but other than that, the roads really are not that bad at all. I would probably not come out here after a rainfall or a snow melt. I'd wait a few days for the sun to melt these roads a little bit. If you want to go and do this with a two-wheel drive, if you have a four-wheel drive, I don't think you'd have a problem, but the roads really are not that bad at all. I'm able to, right now I'm going over 20 miles per hour. You can expect about an hour and a half drive from Jacobs Lake Campground to get back to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. So as you keep on going down this road, you're going to just see all kinds of beautiful scenery. You're going to see pine forest, and eventually you're going to come to a road where you are going to have to turn right. When you turn on that forest road right, you're going to see all kinds of sign that says Vista Points, and at some point in time you are going to see a sign that says Monument Point 5 miles. You're going to stay on that road until you see another road sign that says Monument Point. You're going to go through that intersection. You are now on the edge of the rim of the Grand Canyon, and you are going to see, if you look to your left on the driver's side, you're going to see a pretty spectacular sight. You're going to see the Grand Canyon. Now you want to keep on going down this forest road. The parking area is right down the road. It is a little bumpy in this section, I won't lie. It is a kind of an area where you want to go slow. The road does get pretty rough in this area, but don't let that scare you. It's a very, very short little point where the road is rough, and then eventually you're going to come down. You're going to see the canyon to the left. You're going to see the parking lot right ahead of you. You turn in, it's a big parking area where you can park. This is where most of the treks go. This is where most of your guides take you down in backpacking in the North Rim. You want to go to the Bill Hall Trail, climb up that beautiful ridge and look down into the Grand Canyon, and you are going to be able to see the North Rim of the Grand Canyon from 8,000 feet for free. So if you come out here after May 15th, Jacobs Lake Campground is a National Forest campground. They have 51 spots available. You do have to make reservations on recreation.gov to be able to reserve your spot. And I would tell you that if you really want a spot early, I would make reservations. I think the best time to come really is in late May. The weather is just absolutely beautiful out here today. I'm in a short sleeve shirt. It's going to be 70 something degrees out here today. The nights are cool, but you know, you're at 8,000 feet elevation, but you're not going to see the big crowds. You're not going to have to fight to see the big crowds to come out here if you come out here in middle May to late May. I think that's a great time to come and visit the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. So here's the truth about the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. It's open. Screw the visitor center. Screw the thousands of people that go to the South Rim. Come up to the North Rim. It's open. It's free. You can camp out here for free. You can see the North Rim of the Grand Canyon for free. You can even hike in the Grand Canyon for free. You don't need a permit. The only time you need a permit is if you are going to camp in the Grand Canyon. But you can day hike inside the Grand Canyon. I would go to Monument Point, right down the road from Jacobs Creek or Jacobs Lake Inn on Forest Road 423. I showed you how to get there. Go see sunrise, go see sunset, do a little hike on the Bill Hall Trail and go up to the top of it and just look down in the Grand Canyon. You'll do all that for free, and you'll do that with hardly any people. There won't be anybody around. So really do your research on the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. I think, in my opinion, and in Ariane's opinion, it is the best way to see the Grand Canyon. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. All the new subscribers that have come on and subscribed to our channel. Can't even tell you how much we appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. Bye.